Let's get straight to the action. Our first bout of the evening is an elimination MMA bout scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Mike Maroney Ford blue corner, Tony Trujillo.
Greetings, fight fans. With Todd Romero, I am JR Gordon, and it is punchy kicky time here at the Island Grove Regional Park in Greeley, Colorado. Welcome to Sparta 105 Northern Colorado Showdown. Going to be a great night of action for you tonight, fans. We've got 5 MMA fights, 2 boxing matches, and our co-main and main event will culminate the evening with 2 pro bare knuckle boxing bouts.
Absolutely, JR, and included in this card, 5 Greeley fighters are on this card. They are packing them in. This is going to be a live show, and we start off right now with Tony Trujillo. Live in the fact, yes, we're live, but live is in poppin', baby.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Welcoming our first fighter to the cage, Tony Lone Wolf Trujillo.
I've been one of those before. Usually cruising into a bar, you know. I'm lone wolfing it tonight. Now, you don't have to take this necklace off because it's a tat.
That's right.
That's one way to solve that.
Problem solved.
Summertime is kicking off, let me tell you.
You're feeling the heat, aren't you, Todd?
And I am. And we got fire cards coming up, too. We got 4 or 5 cards this summer, all through August. That's going to be outstanding. I think another one coming up June 6th as well.
Looking forward to that, yes, sir. All boxing, if I'm not mistaken.
All boxing. The sweet science.
Alan Washington in the corner of the Lone Wolf, applying the Vaseline. He's a former Sparta competitor himself.
Said it during the pre-show, and, you know, how far-reaching is Sparta, and who have we sent to the big shows? Well, tonight, the UFC card has 2 fighters, Dustin Jacoby and Macy Barber on it. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape.
Got Tony Trujillo. He's the 38-year-old Muay Thai fighter making his debut at 5 feet 8 inches tall, 168 pounds. Facing off against Dylan Aguilar. He's the 28-year-old well-rounded debut fighter, 6 feet tall, 165 pounds. Back up to Stewie.
Introducing his opponent, out of the Anchor Bar Loveland red corner, Dylan Aguilar.
As you were saying, Todd, about the UFC fights tonight.
Yeah, two fighters, former Sparta Combat Sports Entertainment League fighters. Dustin Jacoby, of course, who won King of Sparta. And I remember Macy Barber's debut down in Douglas County at the Convention Center like 7 years ago or something like that. And now she's main eventing it tonight.
Good for them. I hope they have great showings this evening.
You know what? I figured out, JR. I'm looking at Tony, and if he's 5'8", I decided how I'm going to fix being short. I'm going to get up in the cage. Maybe as a cornerman or something like that.
There you go. The savage Dylan Aguilar making his way to the cage now. Both fighters making their debuts this evening. A Muay Thai stylist in Trujillo versus the well-rounded wrestler in Aguilar.
Got a little Eminem entry music going on. I like it.
I like it as well.
Always intrigues me when I see a fighter, the older variety. I say older, and I'm way older. But at 38 years old, you know, getting into the cage. Some of the fighters in the UFC, 38, hitting their prime then.
That's true. They're having something looking at.
Yeah, some issues. Maybe the tape on the gloves.
Something in the gloves going on, I think. It looks like it's all sorted out. Away we go.
Boy, long and lanky is Dylan Aguilar, the savage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first bout of the evening. It's an elimination MMA bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the Mike Maroney Ford blue corner. He's a Muay Thai style fighter making his debut. He stands 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighed in at 168 pounds. An independent fighter from Denver, Colorado, Tony Lone Wolf Trujillo. His opponent fighting out of the Anchor Bar Loveland red corner. He's a wrestler also making his debut. He stands 6 foot tall, weighed in at 165 pounds. With A1 Boxing from Aurora, Colorado, the Savage, Dylan Aguilar. Referee McBairns.
All right, Dylan Aguilar, 5 pounds under the weight limit of 170.
3 3-minute rounds for this 165 pound bout.
Yeah. Could be catch weight, but I didn't hear that. As always, I put a disclaimer in there, JR, just to make sure that things are good to go. A little feeling out each other right now in the center of the ring. Let's go with the low kick for Aguilar and then a overhand right to start with and a teep kick.
All righty, I see Trujillo, very upright stance, has his chin up in the air. He's going to need to get those hands up if that's where his head position is going to be.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Big uppercut and then a big swing over the head.
No knees to the head allowed in the elimination division. For those watching not familiar with the rule set, that's why you didn't see a knee come up during the clinch there, because this is an amateur or an elimination fight.
Trio's kind of calm, composed. Let's see if his style works out.
Really low hands for Trujillo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking to take back control as Aguilar. Looked like a real pained look on Aguilar's face. I'm not sure what happened there. He continues to hunt for the takedown, though.
Yeah, I don't know if he hurt his foot on one of those kicks, JR.
Trujillo looking for the guillotine choke. Didn't have the position that he wanted. Wisely, I think, lets it go. Now it's just a battle for position up against the cage.
Aguilar stayed busy working to the body a little bit and keeping that right hand moving.
Trujillo trying to go for the headlock hip toss. Headlock throw is a really tough one to get.
Yeah, don't see it often. Big
nice elbow. That
Yeah.
was really well-placed, well-timed technique by Trujillo. Aguilar seems to weather the storm well, continues to hunt the takedown. Now he lets go of a good knee for Trujillo.
Yeah, and
Trujillo taking some deep breaths, though. Very deep breaths.
yeah, and I'm starting to wonder about that, the kind of shape he's in, because taking those deep breaths this early on, I mean, you're only a couple minutes into this fight. And Dylan Aguilar's got to notice that.
Yeah. Just saw Trujillo turn away from the strikes there. Not a good sign. You always want to be trying to face your opponent.
Listen, there's a lot of ways to lose in MMA and in contact sports, and one of those is not coming in shape. And not saying that he is.
Yes, Pat Militech always said, the famous coach, that's the one thing that you can control in a fight is your condition going in. Oh, beautiful side kick.
Yeah, kind of a
I
skip
think that
side kick.
really took a little of the breath out of Aguilar.
I think it surprised him too, JR.
Oh, a little bit of a low blow there. Aguilar says he wants to continue.
Trujillo's spring with his mouth open.
Cup just paid for itself right there for Aguilar. Oh, and that
another
was solid. Oh, we could hear that over here, and we're on the other side of the cage.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Unintentional, but still, as the referee says, you need to be in control of your weapons.
Up to 5 minutes to bounce the fellas down. We'll see how much time he takes. I think Aguilar wants to get back into it as soon as he can. Trujillo's taking advantage of the break, getting the hands up on top of the cage.
It's referee's discretion about taking a point, since it was, in my opinion, a very obvious unintentional low blow. It'll likely just be a stern warning.
19 seconds left in the opening round.
All right, hands up for Aguilar, says he's good to go. And the referee just said that's a hard warning. Next time I'll take a point.
Yeah, and that was a hard kick, too.
Solid leg kick for Trujillo, but he ate the counter.
Yeah, the right hand countered well, right to the temple. Aguilar, when he goes back to his corner, it'll be interesting to see. Oh, uppercut floors him. But it'll be interesting, Jared, when we go back to the corner, if they have Aguilar maybe toned down a little bit to 70% on his throws when he's throwing that punch, because he's throwing some haymakers, but he's missing.
Yeah, Trujillo dropped right there at the end of the round, but recovered well from it, rolled out of it, able to defend himself from the strikes coming in from his opponent right there at the end of the round.
Well, first fight of the night has gone past 1 round.
Seeing things on the replay here. Early in the fight, this is where I was talking about a lot of fans might have thought that would have been an appropriate time for a knee. In the elimination division, not so much.
No, got to control your weapons, as we saw in the low kick as well. So Aguilar, the most telling blow in this fight so far has been that uppercut that kind of floored him at the end of the Trujillo at the end of the round.
Wish we would have had a replay of that knockdown. Oh, and Trujillo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's stumbling over there, if there was a soft spot in the cage that his foot hit.
Yeah, it looked a little unsteady.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye on that. Touch of gloves for sportsmanship, then they'll punch each other in the head.
Trujillo with the big looping left hand.
And those really take a lot of energy out of you. We talk about that a lot, Todd. Missing a strike. Oh, and a beautiful leg kick by Trujillo. That really had a pronounced effect.
And Trujillo scoring with the hands as well a couple times. You can tell in this building it's a little warm. You're going to see a lot of sweat on these fighters tonight.
Good body shot by Aguilar. And let's see how much of himself Trujillo poured into that flurry there. He was looking for a finish, didn't get it. See what he's got left.
And again, I'd like to see Aguilar back off the power just a little bit.
Debut fighter, it's hard to take your foot off the throttle.
Yep.
More good leg kicks. Trujillo doing a nice job targeting that wound. And Aguilar has switched stances there, trying to protect what had been his lead leg. And you can see the redness coming up on the left leg of Aguilar.
Yeah, if I'm Aguilar, I try to come in with a jab and follow it up and try to get inside and land some punches.
And Trujillo carrying his hands, I mean, they could not be lower.
No. Problem is, can Aguilar move quick enough? Now he catches the leg, and that's legal in MMA. Can he get him dumped?
Good head control by Trujillo. Nice job on the takedown defense. Trujillo's corner saying they want him to work from a distance, and he's doing exactly that. Good job listening to his corner.
Minute 10 left. Not a lot on that punch. He landed a left. Aguilar's taking a step back here in this round.
Yeah, kind of a pained smile on Aguilar's face. Sort of a, we're in it now, guys.
Just under a minute left in this second round. Combination. Let's see if these guys can put together a couple punches, not just one.
Good inside leg kick by Trujillo. Done a nice job targeting the legs.
He has.
And man, you can just really see Aguilar's left leg starting to purple up. Oh, and another brutal shot.
That'll take it out of you.
30 seconds left in round 2. Slapping kick, not tons of power on that. When it slaps, it gives you more of a sting than a thudding type blow.
And I think both fighters are tired right now.
Agreed.
And Aguilar needs that break and some advice from his corner of how to get inside. Trujillo, the second time he's turned away, and normally that's not a good thing.
And another good exchange to end the round.
I'll call that a 1-1 fight.
I like seeing these guys throw hard at the end of the rounds. It's something every corner always asks for. Cut man's in, taking a look at Trujillo. I don't see any blood coming out, but he's working on what might be a small opening there over the right eye of Trujillo.
There we see the work to the legs, and a great job by Trujillo getting those legs and getting Aguilar a little bit off balance and a little bit, queasy coming in.
Yeah, for as tired as I believe Trujillo to be, he made a really good accounting for himself in round 2.
Yeah, he did. Surprised me for sure.
looking in the corner of Aguilar right now. He's looking pretty weathered. Good exchanges on this play here. And this is where Trujillo did a nice job of listening to his corner, backing out, creating distance like they wanted him to.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the power at the end of the round I love. But at the beginning of it, man, I want to see if Aguilar just tones down a little bit. When you're in it for the first time, man, the adrenaline's there.
Looked like Trujillo maybe thought about a takedown. Stuns Aguilar with that left hand.
Yeah, just a short left.
That was solid on the chin, but a nice hook.
But Trujillo's really getting away with ducking and moving.
Yeah, third time in the fight he's turned his back.
And I don't know if it's Aguilar just doesn't have many wheels left or what, JR. Because right now it's anybody's fight. You got to push it.
Definitely dig deep time.
Both fighters throwing big punches, not landing much. Oh, that was an odd occurrence.
Corner of Trujillo saying, let's get into a fist fight here. And another left hook lands well for Trujillo.
Yep, and he
closes in for ground and pound.
And he's starting to pound away right now.
Shots to the body, then shots to the head. Trujillo, oh, beautiful shot that.
They're going to stop it.
That was a good stoppage. He hit him and for just momentarily, but Aguilar just absolutely collapsed. Really good awareness by the referee to step in right there.
Yeah, I'm wondering, even when you're on your knees down there and your legs have been beaten up, JR, you don't have a lot of things to stand on. You don't have a lot of things to prop you up.
Yeah, it's a good point. Makes it difficult to scramble back to your feet as well when your legs have taken a beating from the leg kicks.
I would say that Trujillo changed this fight because of the leg kicks.
Agreed. Here's our replay. Knockdown of Trujillo. Well, looking at slow motion here, but still it took him a second to kind of realize the punch had the effect that he wanted. Then closes in. Did a good job working a couple of body shots right there. Then starts going for the head punches, and that's what won the fight for him.
Yeah, breaking him down here and then basically a defenseless fighter. And when it's your debut fight, the official's going to take that into consideration.
Yeah,
that's exactly what you were talking about.
See the collapse right there.
The Lone Wolf picking up his lone victory in his debut.
And the Lone Wolf looking pretty relieved that it's over and he came out with the victory. Always got those butterflies coming into your debut fight. Aguilar regathering his faculties. He's up on the stool now. It's a good sign. Be up off the canvas. Stewie has the official time. We'll take it up to him once he gets the fighters to the center. Aguilar still being attended to by the medical team. My guess is it's primarily exhaustion. That's got him going on right there. Good way to kick off the card here at Sparta 105. All right, Aguilar's up off the stool, making his way to the center of the cage. Stewie's got the official time of the stoppage for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Nick Burns called the stop to this bout. 1 minute, 12 seconds into the third round, declaring your winner with a TKO, Tony Lone Wolf Trujillo.
Congratulations to the Lone Wolf. Mr. Trujillo gets to go home with the victory in his debut MMA fight.